And we're live. Let's see if we can get some people in here. Oh, yeah. Dang it. We're so unprofessional. Or at least I am. Give me 1 sec here, folks. And we're back.
Let's go.
We're back for real this time.
There it is.
All right. So should we wait for some viewers before we start to talking, or do you want to start off with how your rod broke,
Oh man,
or the frogfish, or
that was Friday.
whatever?
So yeah, I guess I'll start with my depressing story. Went fishing Friday. It's like this lake you can almost only frog at. So it's like you can't really throw too much else. It's just super matted with grass. So, and it's like not even like aiming at targets or anything. I kind of just so much
Go
grass
wherever.
and casting and just you get blow ups. So,
That's fun though.
it's amazing. I love it. It's like my favorite thing to do in the summer.
It is. It's awesome.
And that's where I caught my PB, the 8.5. So
On the frog too.
There's giants. So actually, I'm slacking. I haven't dropped a video in a while, but it's coming this week. In that video, I watched like a full-size duck get blown up on by a bass.
What? That is awesome.
You see it.
No way.
And like behind my bait. I don't know. I had to watch the footage, but you watch a full-size duck get blown
awesome.
up. And I was like, oh my God. He missed, but still, like, it was a big bass. But anyway,
if it's going for something like that,
yeah,
it's gonna be big.
It's gotta be big. So I had my heavy set up. I backlashed. Oh, it's bad. I got caught up on like a tree over my head, blew it up bad. And I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna be lazy and I'm just gonna fish on my medium rod with braid.
Not happening.
So I cast a couple times and I'm like, and I said it to myself, I go, Jermaine, what happens if you catch your PB again? Like the same fish, it's there. I put it back, hopefully. I was like, what happens if you just catch that fish again? You're not getting it out.
Oh, yeah.
You're not. Like if I catch you to get into a good fish, it's going to be a problem.
You're going in the water.
There. Yeah, I caught 2 5-pounders there earlier this year.
Oh, man.
And yeah, I got into like 3, maybe high 2s, a good fish.
Yeah.
I said it. I'm pulling, and it was fine while it was at a distance. When it got to like right at the bank at my feet, right there, I kind of felt it, and I was like, oh, I shouldn't.
Oh, man.
So 2 insult to injuries. I cut myself in the worst possible spot in the world on the bend of my finger. And it just happened to be where I put my hand in my pants to get my keys. So every time I rub it, I get my keys out of my pocket, I rub it. And then number 2, the fish came off and landed on the bank upside down. And I'm watching it like, so I grab, and then, right when I go to grab it, like I come out of shock that I broke my rod. I'm like,
I gotta get this fish.
As soon as I touched it, I swear the fish was sitting still for like 30 seconds. As soon as I grab the fish, he shakes and goes back in the lake. I'm like,
that's horrible.
I don't even get to be cool and post a picture on social media. This is the fish that broke
You're
my
just holding the
rod.
rod.
Blah,
You got to
blah,
hold it
blah.
out real long like
Yeah,
that and
Didn't
make it
even
look like it's a
do all
10
that.
pounder.
Didn't even get
Man,
to do all that. But yeah, it was my fault. I should have. And then so I get home. You know what I should have did? I should have just switched spools, rod spools.
that's
The
really
rod
smart.
isn't blown up. I should have just taken
Yeah,
the reel off. They're the same reel too. Literally the
that
same reel.
works then.
Drew the same reels with
Yeah.
65-pound braid on them. I just had one on a medium for my top water. That's the only braid I had. So okay, one for top water, like poppers and walking baits, and
Yeah.
then one
Yeah.
for frogging. But I should have just taken the reel off and put the reel on the heavy, and I wouldn't be in this situation. But Okuma,
And now you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
And
They
so
got
what
a
did
policy though.
Akuma do for like your warranty thing? Like, did they
So I
take
can
it back?
send it into them, and they can evaluate it, or I can just pay $50, and it's done and over with. And they'll send me a new one. So I'm about to just pay
Okay.
$50 because they said it's the quickest route. I don't really want to wait. So.
Yeah. Especially when it's top water season.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just gonna, like you said, top water season. It's gonna end. That's my top water rod. I'm just
you just get it fast.
Bad mistake.
So what's going on, Adam? I do have those wake baits to show you if you wanted to see those. So that here I'll show those real quick here. So these are wake bait rats. I don't really throw regular wake baits as often as I do rats. These are super cheap, budget friendly rats that I think you would definitely like. This is the Spro one right here, the BBZ. I think this is the 90. What is this? This is the 40. My bad, the 40. And then this one right here is a Savage Gear one.
I was going to say
this one. I'll show you guys the Savage Gear one first. This one goes over cover really well. It has 2 line ties. The one on the lip here makes it wake. The one on the head here makes it dive. Just barely under the surface. It has like soft pliable ears. Has little legs here that are soft as well. You can replace them. Has little legs here. The tail is made of string. I usually pull off the tails. This is a brand new one. So then it has just one little hook. Now I'm not a fan of the one hook, but this thing goes over cover extremely well. This is the black and orange one, as you can see here. So really good little wake bait. Now this is the Spro one. As you can see, I've caught 1 or 2 fish off of this thing. You can see the paint's missing here and there. I did change out the hooks. One of them is a little bit larger red treble hook with 2 split rings for extra rotation. And the other one I kept the same, just changed out the hook and just kept the same split ring.
Hooks?
Yeah, the red hook on the rat anyway. It helps them hone in on it because if they hit the tail, there's no hook there.
Yeah.
So then this one has a square bill. So this thing runs over cover extremely well. It bounces off the cover instead of rolls off of it, like the this one right here, which is a rounded lip. And the Spro one is actually made of foam and ABS plastic. So it sits a little bit different in the water. It sits a little bit higher and it doesn't dive. Okay, so as long as you keep your rod tip up just a little bit, up like above your waist, this thing will not dive. So it is a little bit louder too.
Yeah.
So the Spro one is a little bit louder, the Spro one is a little bit quieter. Both are extremely affordable. I think they're like 15 or 16 bucks. Both are really good. So I'm just letting you know these are really good rats for like budget. If you wanted to get into the higher end stuff, the PB rat, the elude rat or the elude lizard, the toxic baits rat, there's the bull rat as well. Those are all really great ones that I've tried before and I've had a bunch of success on them. But these are great budget options to start out with.
I gotta grab my computer charger.
So then I did have some other stuff to show. I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen this bait. I need some help with it. I've never seen this bait before. I found it in like a really old tackle box a while ago. I have not a clue what brand makes this. It looks like a Norman or a Bomber, but I could be wrong. It's got some weird shaped bill, and it is made of butyrate, so that's a plus, I guess. But it has this inner flash kind of like thing in the inside, but it has that really weird shaped bill. So I'm not sure what brand makes this. It's a really, really neat bait. It has a good action too. So pretty neat bait. I'm not sure if any of you guys watching know what this bait is, because I would like to know. So I don't know if this thing is worth $300 or $2. So
It's got some good colors.
yeah, it's got like a really neat color. It's got that like inner like flash kind of deal, where it's got the foil in the inside.
Yeah.
It's not wanting to focus. You got to do the epic Eric move right here, hand behind bait, and it's got this like orange plastic. It's butyrate, so pretty neat little bait. Yeah, they're very different. Yeah. So you want to show us some of your cool stuff you got?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you want to give me some new lures, some new.
Oh yeah.
I guess I'll start with one of the ones I was most excited for, the new 6-cent juggles.
Yep.
This color here is pretty sick.
Oh yeah, it is.
Melon minnow.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's pretty fire. I like those. What else we got? Some of these.
Oh yeah, it's a good color too.
Minnow juice. Do you see like we were talking about this before we got on. So this one has like iridescent purple in it. I don't know if you can see it.
It's I mean I can kind of see a little bit of a bluish purple, kind of. Yeah. It's a little bit hard to see.
What else we got? This one's probably one of my favorites too. This is.
Oh, it's a good color.
Pumpkin shad.
How durable are those? Are those like really durable? Like the
pretty legit
divine swim bait durable?
Yeah, they're pretty legit. Yeah, they're pretty legit.
Don't go ripping those things.
No, don't want to rip them. They're pretty legit.
Tails are soft though.
Yeah, right? The tails are real soft. That thing is.
It's got lots of action. That's awesome.
After just sitting still. It's crazy. Well,
that's a good bait. I really need to get my hands on some of those.
They're pretty legit. Oh, and then let's see what it looks like.
Oh yeah, on the jackhammer.
Yeah, buddy. So
that'll be good. That'll be really good. Oh man, that's gonna slay some fish.
Yeah, I didn't catch anything on it yet. I did on the Minimax, not on this guy. But this thing is just.
That'd be so cool. I think on like a free rig that would do really good too, because it just has that kind of like Yamamoto shad shape worm.
The juggle.
Yep.
I send pictures to my dad. He's like, "Yo, you gotta drop shot that thing." I'm like,
"Oh yeah, that would do so good."
Yeah.
And Ned rig, it just really does everything.
Right? Yeah, yeah. I didn't even think about that. You could net it.
Yeah.
And just have that going.
Oh yeah, that'd be so good.
There's so many things.
Like on a river where there's smallies, that would be really good. I would think.
Crazy.
Maybe like a little dip the tail in some chartreuse. That would be really good.
Yep. And this is show this one again because I don't know if it's on there, but this is that exclusive color.
That looks so good. Why can't they sell the good color?
I gotta check. Honestly, I want to check right now.
Here, I'll share my screen and I'll
yeah, go on 6 cents real quick. See if they got this color because there's no name on it on the pack. Just name in the. It's like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like it would be right there.
All right, let's see if we can find it here. It has that kind of gold bottom, right?
Yeah, it's like a gold bottom with like a.
Yeah, it's not here.
Top. Yeah, the black and blues are pretty sick. I should have got.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Oh, that ghost minnow looks good.
Yeah. Oh, so that's it right there. What a minnow juice.
Right there?
Yes. See what I mean?
I can't even see the gold.
Right?
It's crazy.
But if you go to minnow juice there, it shows that purple like crazy. And then
yeah, it is.
That's it.
Strange.
So it's like, I don't know. I guess in the right light, like there's a lot of purple in there. Like you said,
and they could have been like taking those as like prototypes or whatever.
True.
You know, I wouldn't think the 6 cents would do that, but you never know. They could have messed it up.
They could have. I ain't mad at them though. It's still like them. And then
Yep.
I got some of these guys too.
Oh yeah,
Smaller
those are
rails.
cool.
I'm excited to get that on a swim jig.
Oh, I bet that would kill it on
Yeah.
a swim jig. Yes.
And then they were using them on just a belly weighted underspin too.
Oh, I bet that would work really good too. Yeah.
Just the
Or like an
platform.
Okashira screw head.
Yeah, exactly. Just throw the belly, belly weighted hook,
Yeah.
something like
Or you
that.
could do like a beast
Yeah,
hook style.
that's the one I was
That'd be good.
for all. Because my boy only throws white chatterbaits, so you can see it's like white up
It's like
top.
clear belly, like that's like
Yeah.
flash color.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of glitter in there. So
I bet Diz will be happy that there's no clamshells. So
yeah,
that's good.
no clamshells. I honestly I don't really like them either.
I throw them out. Well, I'm actually not throwing mine out. I keep them in a box, and whenever I send Debo a package, I just throw them all in there for Dizzle.
Mail the Dizzle. Everybody's favorite. It's one of the.
Oh, that's such a good color. That is so good.
4K
It's got the gold in there.
Yeah, 4K blue.
Is that blue iridescence in there too? Yeah,
I think so. I think there's blue sparkle in there. I think
that's cool. That's
good.
really good looking.
Yeah, it's stupid.
How much are these? Like $4 or $5? Yeah, these are $5 a pack.
$5 each. So
yeah, that's not bad. How many you get in a pack?
9.
Oh, that's not bad at all. If it's as durable as like most of the six cents baits are, I mean, that's a good deal.
And then I think we both took advantage of the jackhammers, right?
Yes, I bought all. I took all the golden shiner ones they had left. Oh yes, that's such a good color.
I had to go up to half ounce because of you.
Sorry.
Okay, I don't mind. Few colors. What is this one? I kind of went colors I didn't have.
What is it? The greenback shad?
Green gizzard.
Okay, green gizzard. That's a cool looking one.
Yeah.
I like that. Really, they don't make a bad color.
Yeah.
They really don't.
What is this one?
Black and blue?
That's the bruise green compound.
Oh, okay. It's got a black blade. I like that.
Yeah. This one I'm excited about.
What is that? Oh, that's such a... Oh, I love Bama Bug in like soft plastic colors.
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't have it in that.
And then this one I'm most excited for. The Heights Hot Craw. So it's like that green.
Bayman loves that one. Kevin loves that thing. Yeah. He says that's his favorite color.
Yeah. Just a little something.
Adam, that is so true. If I didn't watch fishing shows, I wouldn't buy this much tackle.
Yep. We all have a
Yep. And fishing is mine. So I did want to show, I did get in a ton of Nico baits from Debo. Thank you so much, Debo, and the guys at Burley Fishing. They sent me a ton of Nico baits, and I was just going to highlight 3 of them because these 3 are my favorite of all time. These are like legit, like total amazing baits. So first one is the Nico Craw. These are 3.2 inches.
Okay.
And these are like JDM, like they're kind of like JDM baits. You can get them they're pretty readily available here in the US, but so these are biodegradable. They are also made of that super stretchy elastomer stuff, like the silicone or the Stretch X stuff. The Z-Man makes them out of their plastics. The cool thing is they're just biodegradable. So the fish, if it eats it or if it gets thrown in the water, it's going to degrade after like 3 or 4 months. So that's really cool. They come in really nice colors like this one right here. The craws look just like this in our water. They even dyed the tips orange, which is nice. Tons of detail. And they do have a scent. If you stretch them a little bit like this and you smell them, they smell like the scent. It's a weird, like very, very subtle craw scent. But these are going to be great on a Ned rig. A Ned rig is really what these things are going to excel at. They even did like I don't know if you can see that, but there's like a little hole right there that pokes out the top and the bottom. So it actually lets you put the Ned rig hook through there without ever having to go through the actual plastic. So, which is really cool. But this one right here is a really underrated bait. This is the Winnow 95. Now, the only problem with this bait is if you don't know how to rig it, this is one of the worst baits, okay? So it basically fishes just like a Kitech. So a 95 means like 95 millimeters, which is roughly like 3.74 or 75 inches. So you would think using a screw lock beast hook would work with this thing. It's made of that stretchy stuff, so you can't screw it on there unless you heat up the hook and the bait at the same time, and you basically melt the whole face of it. What you have to do is you have to take one of these hooks right here. This is an EWG weighted hook, all right? And you actually have to rig these like you would a regular, like I don't know, plastic on a Texas rig, pretty much. So you poke it through like that, and you actually have to pull the bait over that weight. So that's kind of hard to do, but once you get it over there, it never comes down. And I showed this in my video unboxing all this stuff. But basically, once you get it up there, and you have to tie on this hook before you put it on the bait, but then all you do is you Texpose it, or you just throw the hook through there. It's really cool. I like the ribbing structure. It's completely different than everything else, which is really cool. Let's see if I can rig this thing up. I didn't rig it on straight, but here we go. It's not rigged on straight, but basically that's what it's going to do. And this tail kicks so hard. It is really, really crazy. And you can get a ton of fish on this thing. But that's basically how you rig it. I didn't rig it on straight because I can't show the camera and do it at the same time. But really underrated bait. Made of the same stuff as the craw. This is literally my best performing bait for the past week. The Zaza swimming worm. This is 6-inch in June bug. And they do their colors a little bit different. This June bug is way more purple than a regular June bug. It's just different, you know, something the fish don't see all the time. But it does have that paddle tail on the back. Instead of having a hook style tail, it has like this little paddle tail. So it makes a little bit more noise once you reel it across the top of the water. It kicks a little bit out towards the sides instead of just having this little fluttering motion. It actually has a side-to-side motion, which adds a little bit more body roll, but it's hollow right here on the head, and it's hollow through these ribs. So basically everywhere where there's a rib, it's hollow. And then it has a pocket back here where you can put your rattle, and you can insert the rattle inside the bait. So when it kicks, the rattle kicks with it, which is really cool. That's nice. So same stretchy stuff. And they all float too. So these are the highlighted. I just highlighted my favorite baits out of them all. So super cool baits.
Those worms look legit. I just got onto like swimming worms a little bit this summer.
It's like a cult back here or down here. The Zoom Ultra Vibe Speed Worm. It's like everybody throws it. So this is just something a little bit different. Fishes don't see all the time. And you stretch it a few times before you put it on the hook to kind of activate the scent. It's a really cool bait.
What is that? Speed Boss, I think, the Berkley. Is that the Speed Boss, the longer one?
Is that the one with the two tails?
Yeah, with the two tails. I've been swimming that thing around. I got a couple bites.
Yeah. I haven't experimented with like double tail worms. I know Big Bite Baits has the Sensation baits, and they released a double tail worm. I got a few of those in when they were in the prototyping stages, and they were really good. I like those. They're a little bit shorter though, so I don't think they would work too well for that. But
the Berkley one, you can feel the vibration. It's like a nice little, almost like a mini Max, almost kind of like similar.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah. Oh, June bug, nice. June bug always works here. Yeah. Look, everywhere looking for a June bug swimming jig. So there is actually a company that makes them. It's a smaller company. I'm not sure if you want to go down this little quick rabbit hole can't talk. Rabbit hole. I'm going to go to Tackle Warehouse here. Give me 1 sec, and let me find the brand. This is an under the radar brand that has some really, really cool stuff. Let's see. Here you go.
Don't give away too many secrets now.
All right, so this brand is called Bico. They're made in the USA. They make a craw. The underspin they make is like absolutely amazing. They do make these stand-up Ned heads. I don't really care too much for Ned rigging, but they make this bullet grass jig. Wait, is it this one? I can't remember. Wait, no, it's the grass jig. Yeah. Oh wait, maybe it's the other one. It's the punching jig. Yes, here it is.
Wow.
That color right there. Is that not one of the most beautiful things you've ever seen? That's a June bug jig, and this is a grass punching jig. It's basically a swim jig. It's super low profile, and it has that really nice June bug color. That is amazing. It has an 11-aught hook in it, so it's a bigger jig, and these are 1 ounce. So that's the only downside is that they're
It's an 11-aught hook in it.
Yes, I think it's what it says. Yeah, 11-aught right here. 11-aught owner hook.
That's huge, right?
It is. I don't think I have one over here. Oh, yeah, I do. Here we go.
11.
Here's a 12-aught right here, just to show in comparison. That's a 12-aught right there.
Okay.
So
yeah, it's a big hook.
That's a big hook right there. But you will not lose a fish if your fish gets hooked into that.
Yeah.
That thing's not coming off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get them,
But-
you got them.
Yeah, that's for sure. But Adam, that is a great grass punching. It can also skip it pretty well as well. But I use it for swimming. You just kind of got to hold your rod tip up high and put a bigger swim bait on there to keep it up. So the BB Kicker is amazing because it has the tail lift. So that's a good one for that. But that's an under the radar jig that not a ton of people know of. So the name of that company is Bico. Bico. Bico.
You just did it to him.
He's gonna. They're $9 though, so that's the only problem. They're a little bit expensive.
So I have a problem. Like, I even like my favorite jig is a Beast Coast Little Stealth, and it's like
Oh, that's a good one.
$5.79, I think.
See, that's way less than the $10
It's
jig.
a little bit more. Still, I think it might be $6, but still, I have like a problem buying them because
You lose them.
they're jigs.
Yeah, you
Jigs.
just lose them.
And I feel like the more that you go, ooh, I love this jig.
It's gonna lose.
That's the jig you lose. It doesn't matter
Yep.
if it's like a cheap jig. You just put like a trailer on it, and you're like, "Ooh, this looks nice." That's the jig you lose in 2 casts. The jig you tie on because you're pissed off, and you're just like, you lost 3 jigs. That jig stays on for 4 or 5 trips.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna post in the comments. Bico is the name. So go jigs. They're on Tackle Warehouse. They're still in stock too. I might have to buy all those June bug colored ones. That way nobody else buys them. I'm just kidding.
The June bugs are not too good up here, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah. That's like a 6 cents black light jig.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a cool color.
Like that probably kills down by you.
It does. I'm sure. I haven't tried it, but I'm sure it would. Like black and blue.
Straight. Gave up.
Oh yeah. So I do have a couple of baits or 3 more baits to show. These are baits that I finished making, but this one right here I just want to show because it's hilarious. So every bait that I do a durability test just to make sure they don't break before I send them out to people. So this one right here had a problem with the lip when I threw it and it cracked. So that's the only problem with this one. So I need to redo the lip. That's the only thing. So I will get around to fixing that. But this one right here passed the durability test, so this one's going to get sent out. This crazy looking one. Yeah, these are semi flat sided, round lipped crankbaits. So what I did was I combined two really good ones, and you can make it have this nice wide wobble, but it also has it's in between wide wobble and like kind of tight wobble. So it's a really great all around crankbait. It rolls and bounces off of cover the way I designed the lip. So pretty good bait. And then I have the chartreuse on top, so that way you can see where it is in the water column. And I made sure to place the hooks so that way they don't tangle. So, and they don't tangle around the lip either. So a lot of thought, into that one, but
that's me.
Yeah, I made those. Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. These are basswood. Sorry. But this one right here is made out of pine wood. I'm still working on tuning this one. This one has a circuit board lip. And I was just doing some testing in the pool, but this one right here is going to kill it. I mean, it's flat-sided 100%. That nice circuit board lip, so the lip is going to flex just a little bit. It's going to change the action every once in a while, and it's going to make it like kind of do that kind of thing whenever you're reeling it. So you got it reeling, it's coming towards you, then I'll do kind of like that. So I don't have any split rings on the hooks, but I'm not gonna do any eye sockets. I'm just gonna do like the two eyes on top, like the PH Customs or the Greenfish Tackle style, like the older style baits. I want to do that instead of these like realistic looking eyes because I just like the I love old style baits. They just look cool. So yeah, and that's what. And I do have a walking bait, but that's out in the shop. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. I think.
That's nice, man. It's so cool. I always think it's so cool you make them. I gotta buy some from you.
I just send them to you sometime. I'm not sure when your birthday is, but I'll send them some.
March.
All right, then we may have to give you an early birthday present. But
Right.
this box of tackle right here, filled with fishing goodness right here, will be given away on my channel once I hit 500 subscribers, and I believe I'm at
You're close.
let's see, 492. So I have 8 more subscribers to go, and I'll give away this whole box. This is $230 of tackle, and then I have a second package filled with just custom stuff, like these guys right here, like baits like that I will give away. So there'll be 2 winners: custom bait package and big bait package. Yeah, there's everything from
Hold that
like
box up again for me.
DTs. Oh, box is ripped. There you go.
There it is.
I was going to do like a reel, but then I was like, I think people like a lot more tackle more because sometimes people are kind of specific to what reel they want,
Yeah,
Like,
real.
Yeah. I like the Shimano's more than most anything because I've had bad experiences with Daiwa. Blues just don't feel right in my hand, and Shimano, they just fit, That's just what I like, So
I do like Shimano.
you do have to
I have a
save a little
Daiwa.
bit more to actually buy them.
I have a Daiwa, but
Which one is that?
Tatula.
Okay.
Tatula 100.
Nice.
I love it. I do.
I've heard people say like bad things about the drag on those. Is it like as far as the drag goes, do you have to lock it down like a lot before you start getting drag, or does it have?
Down.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's a problem. I've never felt it as a problem. I just kind of.
Yeah.
I just kind of just go with, it's just a different reel to me.
It works. It works.
I feel like that's one of the problems with reels is that people say, "Oh, I want it to be this reel." Well, it's a different reel.
Yeah, just buy that reel.
Just buy that reel. Just buy them all the same. You see plenty of guys, they get 7 or 8 Corrados, 200s.
That's what I have. I have a bunch of Corrados.
Yeah, I have one too. That's why I wanted that. I was thinking about it.
I have one that I got the first month they came out. I've had it since then. I've only cleaned it once, and I've taken in salt water.
Ooh.
And that thing still runs. It's a little bit noisy, so I probably should clean like the main gear and the pinion gear, but that's it. I've also added extra drag to the thing, so I've modified it to make it have more drag because I'm like a nut. It only has, I think, 12 pounds of drag, which is, I like a stronger drag, so I do that. But and I upgrade the bearings on that one. It's just getting older, but it's got scratches and everything in it, and it casts and feels good. So
I was thinking about getting a reel with some more drag this off season. When I upgrade the arsenal and all like that.
Yeah. I think Lose makes like the BB1 Pro, and let's see what else.
Didn't somebody just say that?
I think.
What, the BB1 Pro? How much pounds of drag does that have?
The Corrado or the modified
the BB1 Pro?
I think it has 22 pounds. Let me see.
Oh my gosh! You could pull me.
So, yeah, it's a strong reel. I mean, I'm wanting to grab one of the. Let's see, that's the Lose. So,
does Shimano have anything? I know I kind of like Shimano.
They do. They have a couple of different reels. So let's just go through the Lose and find the BB1. There's the Super Duty reel, which is a little bit larger. It's a 300 size reel. Those don't cast as well, because it just has a smaller spool. Let's see.
I don't mind the
Where is
bigger
it?
reels. I have big hands.
I think they discontinued. Oh, here we go.
Good
BB1
job.
Pro. Here we go. Yeah. So these ones have like a 230 size spool, or maybe they're a 300. I can't remember. Doesn't say what size spool. I think these are like a 230 size spool, but these have a good amount of drag in them. So these have 22 pounds. So this is a reel right here that has, it's a solid reel and it
Yeah.
has a bunch of drag. These are $200 though. So it's a little bit high, but
Yeah, you're paying for the drag.
yeah, you're paying for the drag, the full body aluminum. I
Yep.
don't like the handles though, because it doesn't like fit to your hands.
Yeah.
And the handle's a little bit shorter, so it doesn't give you as much torque. But it does have the magnetic brakes, and it does have on the side, right there in that little like dial there, that shows you like the line that you have, so you can set the amount of line, so you don't forget what line you have on there. But 10 bearing
Oh, that's
system,
cool. That's a little thing. That's actually
yeah.
pretty nice.
And then I think it has that hook keeper on the front of it, down there at the bottom,
Yeah.
somewhere
And then
down
on
there.
the DVD, yeah. I have
Yep.
two of those.
Yeah, that's a neat feature. I like that feature.
Yeah, it's honestly really nice. It's something so stupid that's just like,
And then they
you know
patented
what it
it.
is? It's just that little thing that you go, okay, KVD, this is why you're a pro.
Yep.
I'm so stupid that you can tell, like, I've done it. I walked up to the bank, and I picked up my
Mhm.
reel because it's my jigging rod. I picked it up, and I was like, oh, KVD, you know what you're doing, boy.
Yep.
You just pick it up quick, you can pop it off and get right in the water. I'm like, oh, I see a fish right there. And
Yep.
yep.
Yeah. So as far as Shimano goes, the Corrado 200K, this is the one that I have the most of. This is
Yeah, I have the same.
11 or 12 pounds of drag.
Yeah.
Then let's see, the
I wonder
Tranks.
about the deep end.
Yeah, the Tranks reels, these, let's see, forgot how many pounds, 13 pounds of drag. So this Tranks 200 doesn't have much more. I believe, yeah. The 300K Corrado, let's see how much this reel has.
So it's a big boy, right?
Yeah, this is the larger of the 10 different Corrados they have. I believe this has like 18 or 19. So, or you can just go with the Tranks 500 and just, throw tuna baits, for tuna and everything.
Yeah. That one knob freaks me out. I don't know if I could ever buy a reel that looks like that.
You don't like the power handles?
No.
I like that on swim bait.
I wouldn't mind the two handles. Like how Debo, you see him, he upgraded. What is that? The Gomexis, I think. The Gomexis.
Those are,
those look sick.
If you do not have a Gomexis, you need one.
I've never had them. But
Yeah,
I saw that and I was like, okay, those are nice. But I would never do one. One,
I like the power handle for like the bigger baits. It just gives you like a little bit more control because it gives you a little bit more length and it just allows you to control it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But talk smack about Lose. That's because my buddy's a Lose fanboy.
Yeah.
Everybody down here throws Lose. I don't see too many people that aren't throwing Lose,
Lose makes good stuff though. I got some Lose.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I have the most Lose, so it was a little mistake. Like Black Friday, they sent me doubles, but I have 2 KVDs and 2 Custom Pros.
Or it may have been a promotion that they were doing at Black Friday, buy one get one free. It could have been.
It was the Tackle Warehouse, 30% off.
It might have been. I don't know. So Adam has the Lose Super Duty 300 on the swim bait rod that he has. So I've heard really good things about the Super Duties. I just haven't tried them. So yeah, I won't like act like I'm smart about like a reel that I haven't owned before or tested. Like I want to test it and use it and put it through its paces before I actually give my opinion on it. So, but I'll do like a first look and tell you what the specs are. So it's actually what I'm doing with this rod right here. That's this one right here. But these are both new swim bait rods. This one right here needs a Corrado 200, but this is the 13-5 black. Really cool rod. This is a 711 heavy fast action. This is basically like for your jig hook or like your beast hook style soft baits right here. So something like that right there. Like this is an old Zoom. These this rod right here will do it. So I don't like that it has that shorter handle. When I used it last, I was like kind of like, shorter handle didn't really balance well. So it's a good rod, like as far as sensitivity goes. For like $80, that's a really good rod. Um, this right here already has a Corrado 200. This is actually an older Corrado 200 when I first bought one, but this is the Guide Select by Okuma. And this is another 711. And this is a heavy, it has like a moderate action. This is for like your glide baits, treble hook baits. It does have that longer handle, and it does that kind of rounded butt section too. So I like the bigger handles. Those work really good. It does have that carbon fiber accent. I love the carbon fiber.
You fish that thing from the bank?
Yeah.
7-Eleven. That's crazy.
Yep.
You gotta have the most space.
I have a 7-Eleven flipping stick too. Those, you want to talk about the action is a extra fast, extra heavy. There is literally no give in that thing. When you say broomstick, that is a broomstick. That is, but that's for punching and flipping and that sort of thing. So, yeah, Matt. We need to get Matthew Acevedo on here. I'm friends with him. He's a really great dude. But Matt,
I could drive to that.
What?
I could drive to him.
Oh, really? How far are you?
Because he's South Jersey. I actually just moved to North Jersey, so that's a couple hours. It's still a couple hours, but he's not like.
Yeah, we could do like an in studio or something.
Yeah, like if he was like, "Yo, bro, come tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow." I'd be like, "All right, I'll see you in a couple hours."
Yeah.
Shout out
that'd be cool.
South Jersey. Yeah.
He will tell you how to fish swim baits. That is for sure. He has a big collection of them.
Yeah.
He's a really great guy. I like him.
Now that my knee's all good. Oh yeah.
That's great.
Good news. I went to the doctor today, and he was like, "Hey, you don't need me anymore. You're good."
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm not normal. I can't really run just yet, but I took a few
come later.
today. Yeah, I got to get my muscle back, but I'm good on that. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, next
Congratulations.
year. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, now that I'm back to normal, I can do get back to traveling, and
nice.
Won't be any hold up anymore. So that's good. Happy about that. So I'll definitely try to do my best to definitely we'll get up. Definitely. I want to say next year. Put a time stamp on it. I'll get down there. Because you know what's gonna happen is it's gonna be the cold for me. Because the water doesn't freeze down there by you, right?
Yep. Yeah, there's no freezing. It doesn't get below 50 degrees. Yeah.
January, it gets
you can fish. Yeah, you can fish topwaters technically all year round down here. You can fish topwater. So you can it's fun.
So
it's a lot of fun.
Maybe for like my birthday present, I might just drive down to you.
I'd be down for that.
Because that'll take you fishing like in spawn in March.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like by sometimes in January we'll have like a first spawn, and then later in May we'll have like the second spawn. So yeah.
In Florida,
like sometimes
let them go away.
One time we had 2 spawns, so that is something that actually happens, which is crazy. Yeah. And then sometimes in the fall we'll have like a fall spawn. So
I got to catch the spawn. Like our spawn is probably like mid-May.
Okay.
It's March. Let's see. Yeah, March. So like late March, the ice is gone, depending on where you go. Late March. And then so April is when the fishing like starts. Like, okay, I can actually like go out and expect to catch a fish.
Man, that's
horrible. Like I went fishing in March, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to catch anything. I'm just out here for my own health.
It's gonna drive you insane.
Yeah, I knew it. I was like, like half the lake is iced over. The side I'm on is like the north side getting pounded with sun, and I'm like, please.
That's crazy.
And I know.
So when does it freeze over? Is it like in November or October?
So these last couple of years have been weird. So I would say like late December-ish. But yeah, like usually probably like late December going into January. Yeah.
That's
'Cause,
not
like,
like
it's
you
not
get
like
like a few months of fishing
yeah,
that you don't get to fish.
yeah. So you get
It's
like
not as bad as
I would
Canada.
say April to November. Yeah. I'm a
Yeah.
nut. I go out and like I'm going out until it freezes. So,
Yep.
but
And you
then
go out into the day.
usually I have like a week. There's like a week where it just like I'll like so last year I caught like a 2 pounder,
Hmm.
and then that was like my last good fish of the year. I went fishing for like
Oh
another
man.
2 weeks. Caught like when I say dinks, like literally like dink, and then it just turned off.
those are those would be referred as bait. That
Yeah,
size.
yeah, dink, exactly.
You could
And
probably put
then
that on a hook.
yeah, yeah, and then
That's
and then
crazy.
turned off, and then last year we had that like freakishly warm. We had like a 65-degree day. I think Gramps went
Oh,
out,
wow.
to a power plant lake and did well last
Oh,
year. We had
the
that
power
60
plants stay like the power plants don't stay like frozen over, right? Because the water's
yeah,
always
no.
moving.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they get they use the water to cool off the power plant,
Uh,
and then that
so then it
discharges into the lake, and it's discharging at like 50, 60 degrees, probably more than that actually, but it keeps
those
the
fish
lake.
should probably.
They're smart. They swim right up to the discharge.
You know what? I've heard actually there's a story here. So I don't know if you listen to BTL Bass Talk Live. Um,
Not too much.
Frank Scalish, he is like a lure designer, lure painter. He fished in the Bassmaster Elites, the classics back like a long time ago. Super, super awesome guy. Has like a ton of information. You want to talk about knows about a thing or two about fishing?
Yeah,
This guy knows a thing or two. So he also paints too, which is really cool. He like designs all the colors for Norman and Bomber and all
yeah,
the people at LureNet. Super cool.
that's
But that dude actually he actually fishes the Ohio River a lot of the time, and I know there's only like 5 or 6 fish in there, but he's caught them all like 200 times. And there's a power plant there that he goes to every year, and he says there's a ton of carp, gar, bass, bluegill, crop. Basically, everything goes to that one power plant,
hmm
and there's like an area, like a certain like like area square footage that actually has those fish in it. And he says you can run a lipless crank through there, catch a carp, like hook it on the back, or you can catch like a crappie, or you can hook a bass. It's crazy, he says.
yeah,
But he says all the big fish go there because there's lots of warm water and food and
yeah.
everything.
They're
So
smart. They're
yeah.
smart.
So I think you said you had to get off at like right now, I think. So right?
We can end it
I'm not
up.
sure.
Yeah, Jesse said he'll chip in some money to get me down there. Yeah,
All
so,
right. Nice.
but yeah, I do got to do a
Yeah.
little din din. I just got out of work. I wanted to jump on with everybody, say what's up.
All right then.
You know.
Well, we will see you guys next Monday, I think. So
Yeah,
catch
we'll
you guys
do
later.
it. Guys, be good.
And make sure to subscribe to my channel, Jermaine's channel, and
Yes.
go subscribe.
Yes.
All right. Thank you guys. See you later.